Have you ever felt a spark ignite online, a connection that seemed to transcend the digital divide? In today's interconnected world, the internet has become a fertile ground for cultivating romantic connections, blurring the lines between the real and the virtual. More and more, we find ourselves drawn to the allure of online relationships where intimacy can feel accelerated and amplified. But amidst the allure, a crucial question arises: is online love real, or are we merely falling for an illusion? The ease with which we can connect with like-minded individuals from across the globe is undeniable. Dating apps and social media platforms have become ubiquitous, offering a seemingly endless pool of potential partners at our fingertips. The convenience and accessibility of these platforms have revolutionized the dating landscape, making it easier than ever to find someone who shares our interests, values, and desires. But as we navigate this digital landscape of love, it is essential to approach online relationships with both excitement and a healthy dose of caution. While online platforms can facilitate genuine connections, they can also create a breeding ground for misrepresentation and unrealistic expectations. The curated nature of online profiles allows individuals to present idealized versions of themselves, emphasizing their best qualities while downplaying or concealing any perceived flaws. This tendency towards self-editing can lead to a distorted perception of potential partners, creating an illusion of perfection that is impossible to sustain in the offline world. As we delve deeper into the psychology of online love, we must unravel the complexities of this new frontier of human connection. By understanding the factors that influence our online interactions, we can better navigate the digital dating landscape and cultivate relationships that are both meaningful and authentic. One of the most intriguing aspects of online relationships is the potential for accelerated intimacy. Without the physical presence of our partner, we rely heavily on verbal communication and emotional vulnerability to foster connection. This can lead to a rapid deepening of intimacy, as we share our thoughts, feelings, and experiences with a level of openness that might take months or even years to develop in face-to-face interactions. The constant availability afforded by technology further intensifies this sense of closeness. With instant messaging, video calls, and social media updates, we can remain constantly connected to our partners, regardless of physical distance. This constant communication can create a feeling of emotional immersion, as if we are always present in each other's lives, even when physically apart. While this constant connection can be exhilarating, it can also be overwhelming and lead to unrealistic expectations of availability and responsiveness in the long run. Furthermore, the absence of physical touch and nonverbal cues in online communication can lead us to project our own desires and fantasies onto our partners. We fill in the gaps, often unconsciously, with idealized images and narratives that align with our romantic ideals. This projection can create a powerful sense of connection, but it can also blind us to potential incompatibilities and red flags that might be more apparent in face-to-face interactions. It is crucial to recognize that while accelerated intimacy can be intoxicating, it is not necessarily indicative of a deep and lasting bond. True intimacy requires time, shared experiences, and the willingness to navigate the inevitable challenges that arise in any relationship. While online platforms can provide a space for initial connection and exploration, it is essential to approach accelerated intimacy with a discerning eye, recognizing that true emotional depth takes time and consistent effort to cultivate. The illusion of intimacy refers to a state of perceived emotional closeness and connection that may not reflect the true nature of a relationship. In the online realm, this illusion can be particularly potent, as the absence of physical cues and shared experiences creates a fertile ground for misinterpretation and idealized projections. We may find ourselves drawn to the carefully curated personas that people present online, mistaking shared interests and witty banter for deep compatibility and emotional intimacy. The anonymity of online interactions can further exacerbate this illusion, allowing individuals to shed their inhibitions and present idealized versions of themselves, free from the constraints of social norms and expectations. While online platforms can facilitate genuine connections, it is essential to recognize that the illusion of intimacy can mask underlying issues and prevent us from seeing our partners clearly. The absence of real-world interactions can make it difficult to assess compatibility, communication styles, and conflict resolution skills, all of which are crucial components of a healthy and sustainable relationship. To navigate the illusion of intimacy, it is essential to approach online relationships with a healthy dose of skepticism and self-awareness. Be mindful of the tendency to idealize potential partners and be wary of relationships that progress too quickly or seem too good to be true. Pay attention to red flags, such as inconsistencies in stories, evasiveness about personal details, or an unwillingness to engage in video calls or meet in person. Anonymity, a defining feature of online interactions, can be both liberating and deceiving. On the one hand, it allows individuals to express themselves more freely, explore different facets of their personalities, and connect with others without the fear of judgment or social repercussions. This freedom from social constraints can foster a sense of liberation and authenticity, allowing individuals to be more open and vulnerable in their online interactions. On the other hand, anonymity can also create a breeding ground for deception, manipulation, and the creation of false identities. When individuals feel unaccountable for their actions, they may be more likely to engage in behaviors they would never consider in face-to-face interactions. This can range from harmless embellishments of one's accomplishments to more malicious forms of catfishing, where individuals create entirely fabricated personas to deceive and exploit others. Moreover, anonymity can fuel the flames of projection, allowing us to imbue our online partners with qualities and characteristics that may or may not align with reality. We may project our own desires, fantasies, and unmet needs onto these digital avatars, creating an idealized image that bears little resemblance to the actual person behind the screen. This disconnect between fantasy and reality can lead to disappointment, heartbreak, and a sense of betrayal when the illusion eventually shatters. To navigate the complexities of anonymous intimacy, it is essential to proceed with caution and maintain a healthy degree of skepticism. Be mindful of the potential for misrepresentation and avoid sharing personal information too quickly. Take the time to get to know your online partners gradually, paying attention to inconsistencies in their stories, evasiveness, or any other red flags that might indicate a lack of authenticity.